Hey YouTube, Fuzz1 here, and seeing as I never did part 2 of the Imperial Guard Vs Orks battle report, I'm going to do a new one. So today it is Space Marine Vs Orks. So let's get round and look at the armies. Okay, so first up is the Space Marine army, and if you saw my other video that I posted, it's pretty much that, but without the 2 assault squads. So here it is. Like I said in my previous video, I know it's not an official 40k Rhino, but just gonna have to go with it. So I have my Rhino with the Storm Bolter. Then I have a unit of 10 Space Marines, all with bolt guns. And the sergeant has a bolt pistol and a chainsword. One of the Marines has a missile launcher, one of them has a flamer, and this unit here will be taking the Rhino as a dedicated transport. For my elite choice, I think it's elite. For my elite choice, I have a Rhino. Oh, not Rhino. Sorry, a Dreadnought. And he has a multi-melter and Dreadnought close combat weapon. And then I have my 5-man Terminator squad, also elite choice. And obviously they all just have Storm Bolters with power fists, and the captain has a power sword. And for my HQ, it's just a simple Space Marine captain with a bolt gun and a power sword. So let's get around and look at the Ork army. Here we have the Ork army. For HQ choice, have a war boss with a power claw and a shooter. Elite choice, 5 knobs. All with sluggers and huge choppers. And then I have 24 Ork boys and 3 Deathcopters. The Deathcopters have twin-linked rocket launchers, and 2 of the Ork boys have big shooters. So let's roll for deployment type and for the mission type. So I rolled for the deployment and battle type. The red is the deployment, which is pitched battle, and the white is obviously the mission type, which is annihilation. So I'll set up the armies and we can have a look. So this is the deployment. Space Marine deployment like that, and obviously the tactical squad is in the Rhino. So that's how the Space Marine deployed across the other side of the battlefield. We have the Orks, nothing in reserve. So let's roll to see who goes first. Red is Orks and white is Space Marines. Space Marine go first. Let's see if Orks can steal the initiative. 3. Okay, so we'll see what happens in Space Marine turn 1. For Space Marines turn 1, nothing happened. They literally all moved up and no one is within range of firing. So we'll see if maybe the Orks can get within range of firing in Ork turn 1. So at the end of Ork turn 1, obviously everything moved up 6 inches. The war boss shot 2 shots at the Space Marine captain, and he missed them both. The shooter from this, the big shooter from this squad here, this Ork boy squad, shot at one of my Terminators, this one here to be precise, and he shot 2 shots, and he hit one of them, wounded, he got the wound, but the Space Marine, the Terminator, this is in Terminator armor or tactical Dreadnought armor, managed to make his armor safe, and the same thing happened in this squad here. Shot directly at this one here this time, but he made his armor safe because he wounded. Yeah, we'll see what happens in Space Marine turn 2. So for Space Marine turn 2, everything moved up 6 inches. My captain shot at the war boss and missed his shot. Terminator squad shot into the war boss. They all got 2 shots each, and 7 hit, 2 wounded, and the war boss got no arm safe. And then so the war boss had 2 wounds. The Rhino fired the storm bolter into the war boss as well, and took his last wound, and he is now dead. And obviously my dreadnought couldn't fire at anything because his multi-melter is a heavy weapon and he moved up. So let's just have a look and see what happens in Orc turn 2. Okay, for Orc turn 3, obviously they all moved up, and first of all, the knobs fired at the Space Marine captain, but didn't manage to get any wound. I think they missed all. They didn't manage to hit him. Next, these 3 Orc boys here fired at my Terminator squad. Some of them hit, but they managed to get the wound. But some of them, but they got their arm safe. And then I used my big shooter to fire at the Terminator squad again. Again, they managed to get their arm safe. And the same with this big shooter here into the squad there. Obviously, they got their arm saves again. Now this is where I'm a little bit annoyed. These these Deathcopters here, this one to be precise, fired its twin-linked rocket launcher onto my Rhino, hit, and then it managed to wreck it, which meant that my tactical squad had to disembark, but thankfully they passed their pinning test, so none of them went to ground. And then these 2 Deathcopters here fired with their rocket launchers into the Terminator squad, and they managed to hit. Well, one of them hit, then the other one missed, but because it was twin linked, they got another shot, and they passed, and then they wounded them. Unfortunately, because it's double instant kill, instant death, which means, yeah, 2 of them are dead. Sorry. So yeah, 2 of those guys are dead. And then, yeah, so I just rolled for their leadership and they failed. So now they have to take 4 inches to the closest table edge. And yeah, I'm sorry about that. So that was Orcs turn 4. Orc turn 2. Please check back for the next instalment of the battle report. Buzz1 Pongy Son saying, well, thanks, please subscribe and check back for part 2.